I have been watching, quietly, closely, about marriage breakouts and split-ups, and I have an opinion. But I cannot say it straight. So let me take you somewhere else first. When someone dies, even someone you have never met, you feel it, you see a photo. A smiling face. A caption, "Rest in peace." And suddenly your heart softens, you whisper, "Oh no," you feel something real. You may even pause your scrolling, just for a second. When there is an accident, when someone falls ill, when tragedy knocks, we gather mercy like it is free bread. We give it generously. We don't ask, what did they do to deserve this? We don't say, ah, but you see, they should have. No, we mourn, we feel. We show up, even if it's just with a comment and a broken heart emoji. But marriage? Marriage is a different courtroom. When a marriage dies, suddenly everyone becomes a judge. They were too public. They were showing off. That's what happens when they had it coming. And I sit there like, wait. What? Since when did we lose compassion for a different kind of death? Because let me tell you something that is not pretty, not neat, not Instagrammable. A broken marriage is not a light thing. It is not a small crack you glue back with super glue and continue like nothing happened. It is a quiet funeral. No coffin, no flowers. But something real has died. Dreams die. Promises die. Versions of people die. And somewhere in the background, children are trying to understand why their forever suddenly has an expiry date. And we are out here, making jokes. Let me wake you up a little. You can be in the most beautiful marriage. The kind that makes people say, God, when you finish each other's sentences. You laugh at the same jokes. You even argue in harmony. Yes, those couples exist. 10 years later, one morning, someone wakes up, and something is gone. No warning bell. No WhatsApp notification saying, your marriage will expire in 3, 2, 1, just gone. And the scary part? The human mind will always look for a logical explanation. Maybe it's because you forgot anniversaries, maybe it's because of that one argument in 2016, maybe it's because you snore like a generator. But sometimes, and you can argue with me later, sometimes this life is more spiritual than we want to admit. Sometimes there are battles you cannot fix with love languages, therapy sessions, or date nights at Olive Garden. Sometimes the only thing standing between till death do us part, and we tried our best, is prayer. And before you come for me, no, this is not to say people are not praying. Some of the strongest believers fight the hardest battles. Especially when you are visible. Especially when your marriage becomes a lighthouse for others. Do you think darkness does not notice light? My friend, if your union is inspiring hope in others, just know somewhere, a meeting can be called. Not in your house. Not in your church. But in places where destruction is planned like strategy. And they will not come with horns and fire. Oh no, they will come charming. They will come reasonable. They will come, just this once. They will come through friends, through family, through small, tiny, innocent cracks that look harmless. And before you know it, the thing you built brick by brick starts trembling. So here is my call today: next time you hear that a marriage has broken, pause. Feel it. The same way you feel when someone dies. Because something has. Drop the judgment. Drop the clever analysis. Drop the, I knew it, instead, whisper a prayer. Because if you are married, you are not far from a battlefield yourself. And if you are not, just know marriage is not a fairy tale where people float into happily ever after, holding hands in slow motion. Sometimes it is war. Sometimes it is choosing the same person again when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it is fighting battles you cannot even explain to your closest friend. And sometimes, people lose. Not because they didn't try. Not because they didn't love. But because life, and everything beyond what we seek, got heavy. God help us. God cover our homes. God teach us to show mercy again. Because one day, it might not be their story trending, it might be yours.